Hey guys, Brian here. Welcome back to the shop. Working on a special project here today. I was afraid that a lot of y'all were going to disown me because I haven't done an actual machine in related video in a little bit. It's probably been a month or so since I've put one up on that. I've been busy working on the barn, and the jobs I have done I just haven't filmed, so nothing real interesting. But Randy Richard did a call out on his channel about some people to help him out making the punches for the Keith Fenner, you're probably familiar with, Turn Right Machine Works. What's in Your Box giveaway that they do for the kind of machinist apprenticeship or young people that are starting to get into machining. And as everybody knows, if you do much of it, it takes a lot of dollars worth of tools to be able to make stuff and get into it, so it's kind of an expensive deal to start out. It's not something you can just show up a lot of places. Some places have tools for you to work with, but like the shop I work at, you have to supply your own hand tools and stuff. So, you know, most guys there, they got $10,000 worth of tools, you know, just to work with, so just to do your job. So that's kind of the way it is here in the U.S. I guess most places. Everybody brings their own stuff to work to do that kind of stuff, unless it's a specialized thing, and then maybe your employer provides it. But anyway, I'm doing center punches for the box. I'm going to do 3 punches. These are the dimensions I've been given. Shame on the drawing guys. There's really no tolerances on here, so not sure what that means. Is I'm supposed to actually hold this to 4 inches and 4 decimal places, the zeros. I'm afraid that's not going to happen. That's beyond my capabilities in my shop. It's kind of funny. For those of you that don't know, when you're doing blueprints, don't do this. It's poor practice, really. If you give somebody stuff to make like this, that's their job, that's their profession, that's what they do, and they see something like this, they're going to want to know a tolerance, because nobody wants to make something and then have it rejected because they say, well, it doesn't meet our spec. Our spec was 4 inches, and not tolerance because it doesn't really matter. I mean, none of that stuff is super critical. It's a tool you're going to beat on. It's not a bearing fit. So I'm going to say that most everything on here is 5 thou or less total. So 2.5 thousandths one way or another. Where we're going to shoot for. Basically that's just a turn the number, like what you would typically see out of a CNC job that's not been run multiple times to get it dialed in to where you can get those running pretty dead nuts repetitively, but it usually takes a couple parts to get it knocked out. But we're just going to make one, because here's my Randy Richards box, and this is our piece of material which we're going to make the 3 punches out of. So there's a little extra here, probably, because 3 of them at 4 inches overall. Yeah, 4 inches overall. That's only 12 inches. That's definitely more than 12 inches long. So I got a little extra to cut with. So that'll be good. I can put a little center in the end for stability. So we'll do that, and we'll go in here and get the Monarch fired up. See about getting these knocked out. One thing I'll go on this blueprint, they've got a radius here 15 thousandths. I don't have any cutters that size, so what we're going to do is we're going to get a piece of tool steel and attempt to grind one, and I'm going to use my optical comparator I picked up, and we'll see if I can get anywhere close to that 15 thousandths radius, look halfway decent on the end of the tool, and we'll get that cut. That's really going to be the only tricky part to this for me, I think. The rest of this is pretty straightforward. Like I said, I don't have any small radius tools like that. Typically about a 80 or a thousandths radius is usually about the smallest I cut on anything. But I don't normally do work as small. I mean, we're talking 240 base diameter. That's almost smaller than my chuckle hole. So, well, let's go in here and we'll give this a shot. Here you go. Some of this, y'all will find this funny. This really is smaller than my chuckle hole. I had my 4-jaw chuck on here because the last job I did was a crankshaft and I had to have it dead nuts. So I had this on here. Was just going to go ahead and use it for this, but it's not going to work. So I'm going to have to get this swapped out and put the 3-jaw on. Okay, so I started with my knurling tool, and this is what I was getting. Looked at it real close on the fine, like what the blueprint showed, and the rollers had some damage and stuff, and it was translating into the part. Wasn't getting a good finish, so got a new one. Tried it out over here. Looks like a really good knurl, so I think we're good to go now. So let's turn our first punch and get some knurl on there and see about getting this knocked out. I probably got 4 inches extra. Yeah, I got over 4 inches, so should have enough there to do one. Taking a 50 thou cut with this small diameter, I'm sure it's pushing off. No chips that are gonna mess our knurl up. A little oil on there. This is a bump knurl. Really no need to line anything. You just crank it in. Even a dummy like me can probably use it. Quite want to be going that fast though. Right on. Yeah, it's more like where it would be. Since I'm going to be turning off each end, I really don't have to worry about it dwelling. Normally with a knurl tool, you don't want it to dwell anywhere because you'll get a visible mark in it, usually if it runs in this spot. But since I'm going to turn off each end, I can reverse it and not have to worry about trying to time it or anything. Yeah, I think I'm liking that. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Okay, so I left that running while I was fooling with this taper attachment, getting it figured out what the taper should be per the blueprint. Turned out I needed 3 degrees on my taper attachment to make it come out right for the length, so that's what I'm going to do on the rest of them so they'll all be even. So what we've got left to do on this is to turn the point and do these chamfers on the back end. They're a little funny angles, but and work that out. But right now, the next thing I want to do is cut these grooves in here, which say they're a 15 thousandths radius. And like I said, I don't have anything to cut that with, so I made one. Let's go check it out. So this is the optical comparator. So this is the optical comparator. Not sure if I can get this. That probably shows up. Yeah, looks like it's not blowing it out. So I've got it lined up here. This line is 20. The line it's on right there is 15. So in the center, there's 10, it's too big. There's 15, so it looks like that's good. Doesn't fill the 20 line, and so forth and so on. So that's what this tool is good for, is analyzing things like that. So, there it is, what I ground up. Now I guess we'll put it in a holder and go see if it'll cut. Okay, here's the completed punches. So there they are. That's what I did for the What's in Your Box Machinist collection. I'm going to heat treat the rest of them that the other guys have done when I get them all. And Randy's made a little box. I'll put them in and ship them off to Brad, and he can get them up to Keith. Okay, so here are the punches I've got so far. Looks like they all match pretty good, which is a good thing since I made these and Randy made those. It's good that they all have come out pretty much. They look like a match set so far. So you should go well in the Keith Fenner's What's in Your Box collection. Thanks for watching.